Hey, I'm Pat Shand. I am the president and publisher of Space Between Entertainment and the co-creator and writer of Destiny New York.
Hi, I'm Amy Shan. I am the head of project development at Space Between Entertainment. We are here to talk about Destiny New York, although I am co-creating and writing Clonsters under Space Between as well.
And we're married. Destiny New York is on Kickstarter. We're aiming to get $20,000 for Volume 2. Right now, people are pledging for the book itself. We have prints, a variant cover by Veronica Fish, who's one of the best artists, I think, in the industry right now.
Also, you can get Volume 1, right?
You can get Volume 1.
Okay.
You can get commissions done by Manuel Pretano, who is the original artist of Volume 1. Because we now have Rosie Champy, who's drawing Volume 2 as the main artist. And we have t-shirts.
Oh, yes. I love the t-shirts.
We have the Don't Be a Fucking Trash Bag t-shirt, and we have the Retired Magical Girl t-shirt. And a favorite of mine too is we have the tier where Rosie can draw a person into the graphic novel. Our entire idea with Space Between is to find new voices that aren't in comics yet. Because while we do want to take some amazing talent that is in comics and foster that and put our weight as a publisher behind that, the real goal is to expand upon what comics is, because comics is still niche. You know, people grow up reading comics, and those are the creators who then go on to write comics, and it becomes this cycle where every generation the readership has a chance to get smaller instead of getting larger. Where if you ask anyone, do you listen to music? Do you watch movies? Do you watch TV? Do you read books? The obvious answer in almost every case is yes. Do you read comics? The answer is largely no. It's a very small percentage of entertainment consumers read comics.
It's true. I didn't start reading comics until I met Pat. And then that's when I learned that there was more comics than just superhero comics.
And it's because I think people don't know the larger community of entertainment consumers don't know what comics can be. They don't know that comics can be as varied a media as film, as TV, as any platform. Because that's what it is, a platform. And I want to do what I can as a small publisher to try to expand upon that. People hear Destiny New York and they think Harry Potter.
Right.
They think the magicians. But really, there's an element of realism that I don't think that we've seen in fantasy, in comics especially. Our goal is not to focus on the magic, but to focus on the characters in context of the magic.
Right.
Our focus character is Logan McBride, who is a prophecy girl in that when she was young, she had a prophecy made about her. She completed it when she was 13, and now she's in her late 20s trying to figure out how to have a normal life. But beyond that concept, which is our high concept pitch, it's a very personal story. There's a lot of my life that's gone into it, things from family, relationships, events that have transpired that have been translated to comic book form, as well as just pretty much everything I've ever wanted to put into a book that publishers have said no. Destiny New York is the place where I go to make those ideas happen, and just to produce the book that I would love to read as a reader that doesn't yet exist. And that was really my dream with Destiny New York Volume 1. Volume 1 was very much about finding out who the characters are in the context of this world, introducing a few characters and getting them set up on their ultimate journey. In Volume 2, we're cutting to the core of who the characters are. At its core, the book is about three loves and the way that these work together and don't. Self-love, romantic love, and family love. And the core of this focuses on Logan and Lilith, and Logan's parents as well. And a decision that Logan will have to make about halfway into the book will affect all of these relationships. And it's also about finding out who you are. You know, that's been the core of what this book is, about being told that you're one thing, your destiny, and then finding out that doesn't define you. It defined a part of your life, but what comes next is will tell you who you actually are, is the core conceit of Destiny New York.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm glad.
That was the first time I heard that.
I'm glad you approve.
As the head of project development, I approve.
Destiny New York is our flagship title, but we do have plans for other books. We successfully kickstarted Clonsters, which is created by Amy, co-written by Amy and me, and illustrated by Vanessa Cardinelli.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Vanessa Cardinelli is amazing.
Amazing.
She really brought it to life.
Yes, that book is coming out in November.
Klosters is my brain baby. It's an all ages graphic novel under Space Between Entertainment. Pat has helped me create and has co-written the story of Clonsters. It's based on an Earth Nugget. Her name's Polly. She is actually in my pocket right now. Doop, doop. They're really small, they're collectibles, they're toys, and they have little personalities of their own. But the story is based on all these different characters that I've created, and it's an adventure story. It's a colorful, magical, really fun story. This girl, Polly, loses her pet Splat, and then she has to go on an adventure to find him. And on her adventure, she finds out many different things about many different creatures that she hadn't learned of before. So this will be under Space Between as the all-ages graphic novel, and I'm going to be going around doing signings, and also I really want to teach kids and people how to make these Klosters so that they can do it themselves. I'm going to be selling the toys at the conventions that we go to match the graphic novels and the prints.
Yeah, and what I love about Klonsters, both in design and the story itself, is it marries the energy of 90s cartoons like Rugrats, Doug, Hey Arnold, Ariel Monsters, with these sort of optimistic adventure of modern day cartoons.
Yeah, like Adventure Time.
Adventure Time, Steven Universe.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's been a fun project to work on.
Yeah, it's really silly, but it also has underlying themes of, like, you know, animal activism and acceptance and loving of everyone, no matter what, you know, what they look like or where they came from.
It's true, and fart jokes too.
And fart jokes.
Yeah.
And crushes.
Yes, yes. I'm Pat Shand from Space Between. Thanks for listening to us talk. I think that this guy right here wants us to stop.
He's done.
He's done.
Thank you so much for coming over and hearing what we have to say about the projects that we have coming up soon. I hope that you check it out, and they're going to be really great. I promise.